Rockstat. I'm Kevin Hillier, and tonight on the show, live from our Sydney studios, we have Steve Kilby and Peter Copps from the church, who've just, of course, released a brand new album, Gold Afternoon Fix, here in Australia. It's doing very well in the US, incidentally, and we will be previewing a couple of tracks from the new album tonight, as well as playing some classic church. Gentlemen, good evening.
Good evening.
Hello.
How are you both? Well, fit, healthy?
Yep.
Some of them.
All of the above, or...
I'm well and fit and healthy.
Right. So, no?
Oh, I'll go with that.
All right. If you'd like to speak to Steve or Peter tonight from the church, all you have to do is simple. Just call our Deet Rockstat toll-free number. It's 008 033 300, no matter where you're listening in the country, because after all, that's what the boys are here for tonight. And also, of course, tonight, your last chance to enter the draw for our Kentucky Western USA holiday competition. So keep your Edge magazine with Peter Garrett on the cover close to the phone and be ready to call our holiday hotline. And all the details of that located on page 15 of the Edge. Guys, we're going to kick off the show tonight by playing the new single. You want to tell us a little bit about this one?
We wrote it about this time last year, actually, and it's kind of been hanging around for a while, and it's not really much to say. It's a pretty typical church song, I would have thought. I mean, I think this could have been on almost any record we've ever made. And I think it's just a nice sort of preview of the rest of the album.
All right, well, let's kick it off, and we will be previewing a little bit more of the album later on. Here is the church on Rockstat with Metropolis. Live satellite radio across the country, Deet Rockstat. I'm Kevin Hillier. Tonight, Steve Kilby and Peter Copps of the church have joined us. That's from the album that we will be previewing a little more of later on in the show, Gold Afternoon Fix. And first up on the phones tonight, it's Max listening to Triple M in Sydney. Go ahead, Max.
G'day, Steve. G'day, Peter.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello. Hi, Max. We're good.
Guys, I was wondering how you manage to work on new material and release albums when Marty spends so much time in Stockholm.
Well, this is Kilby talking, just so you can tell. It's only a plane ride away, really, and even when we all lived in Sydney, we didn't tend to hang out together all the time when we were off the road. And like when we got together to write the album, Marty flew over here, and then he flew back, and we had some more time off, and then we all flew to LA and made the album and rehearsed, and then we all fly back to our separate homes, and then we get back together as we need to. It's really no problem at all.
All right.
All right, Max, thanks for your call on Rockstat.
Okay, thanks very much.
And we've got Jordan now listening to 5AU in Port Augusta. What's your question?
Hi. The last time the church played in Australia was over 2 years ago, and you were doing a few shows in Australia in around 2 weeks' time. How do you think your shows, like the audiences, will be different? Do you think they'll change from the last time you played in Australia?
This is Peter speaking now. I don't think that they'll change. They'll probably be expanded, not physically but in numbers.
They've all grown fatter.
Going by the sales of tickets here in Sydney, we've had to put on an extra show. I don't know if that's official yet, but we have been.
Oh, it is now.
So that's about the biggest difference, I imagine.
Thanks for your call, Jordan.
Okay, thanks.
All church fans have always been incredibly loyal to the band, haven't they?
Yeah, I suppose they have.
On a good thing.
Yeah. Gareth, listening to 96 FM in Perth. What's your question for the boys?
Hi, I was just wondering if the church would like to see more interest in their music in Australia, and does it ever discourage you to see its absence?
Kilby here. 007. No, I don't really mind, if it's people in Australia like it, or people, I mean, a person's a person, and I've never really been, I don't really mind if huge multitudes don't dig it in Australia, and, it'd be nice if more people did, but, I don't think any of us sort of lie awake at night and worry about it.
Anyway, so,
Pardon?
Keep it up.
Oh, thank you.
Good on you, Gareth. Thanks for your call. And let's get stuck into some more church on Deet Rockstat. This is Almost With You. Some vintage church on Deet Rockstat. And, of course, tonight our very special guest, Steve Kilby and Peter Copps from the band. 008 033 300. That's the number if you'd like to talk to the guys tonight. 008. Right around the country that puts you in touch with the stars each and every week. Tonight it's Steve and Pete from the church. And Brett, listening to Triple M in Melbourne, has a question for you. Go ahead, Brett.
Hello, Steve. I was wondering if there's going to be any more solo albums coming out of you around the lines of, say, Unearthed.
Yeah, millions more.
Will they be fairly good, or...?
Oh, no, they're all rotten. I always make rotten ones.
It's in the habit of releasing really horrible records just for fun.
Yeah, well, I've got someone vetting any of the good bits out.
Thanks for your call, Brett. Guys, how important were the solo albums too? I mean, maybe the Church still being around as a band today. Was it just something you had to get off your chest?
It's something that we'll keep doing to keep the band around for the future, I'd reckon.
Right, so I mean, almost like a Genesis type setup where everyone does the band album, then goes away and does what they want to do on their own.
I think we just do anything we feel like doing or can do at any time.
All right, that sounds fair. I'm going to hit the Kentucky.
Hi guys, why have you named the new album Gold Afternoon Fix?
It's just a pretty random name, actually. I had a list of names, and Marty liked this name more than any other names that I had written down, and I think I don't know if Peter really liked it that much.
I didn't think it would ever get past them.
Yeah, we didn't think it was more or less, we didn't think anyone would ever say we could do it, so it was kind of just a joke.
Is it true that it's a stock market term of some description?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Right.
It's the price of gold overnight.
Right.
Oh, right. All right, thanks for your call, Dion.
That's fantastic. You guys are genii.
Thank you.
Bye.
Oh, I was including me in that. Let's have a
Is that
listen.
like I Love Genie?
Yeah, I'm not. I dream of Genie. Yeah. Let's have a listen to a track from the album Gold Afternoon Fix for the Church. This is Grind on Deep Rocksat. Right around the country, you're listening to Deep Rocksat. I'm Kevin Hillier. Tonight, our very special guests, Steve Kilby and Peter Copps from the Church. We're on the phones again. That 008 033 300 toll-free number. And we've got Mike. Hi, Mike. You got a question for the guys?
Yeah, first off, I really love your music.
Thank you.
And bands go on the road, and, they have different terms for different people. And I heard that you guys have a term for a certain type of people called chimps.
What?
Chimps.
Chimps.
Is that true?
Oh no, there were just two people called chimps. No, we don't. It's certainly not a term we generally use. There were just two people who became chimps in America.
It's a contextual sort of joke.
Yeah.
Right. Were they people associated with the band?
No, it was just some friends of the bands who sort of
were particularly eager.
Yeah, they just became silly, and our manager started calling them chimps.
Ah, so it's your manager who actually came up with that.
Yeah, he said, let's get rid of that guy and get you a chimp instead.
Well, actually, this is your manager on the phone from America, Mike Lembo. Hi.
Hi, guys.
Oh no.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
I figured you'd understand that, hear the voice right away and know who it was.
I was wondering why it was American, that's for sure. How are you?
I'm good. Wish you the best, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
All right.
That's the.
All right, guys.
See you.
See, we do our bit for artist-manager relationships on this program as well as all other things. We've got Lisa now, who's not your manager. She's listening to Triple M in Brisbane. Go ahead, Lisa.
Hello, Steve.
Hello.
I would like to know about your book, The Crowded Visible. Is it available in Australia, and where can I possibly get a copy?
The Crowd Invisible never came out. Was a book I almost wrote about sort of 8 years ago. It never came out, but I put a book out called Earthed instead. And if I don't know, it used to be available by mail order. I think it's all gone. They've all gone now.
Yeah.
Maybe hunt around some of those second-hand bookshops, Lisa, and see what you can come up with.
Believe me, I've tried.
Thanks for calling Rockstat.
Okay, thank you. Goodbye.
And we'd like to open up the... That's the name of the show, and tonight on that 008 033 300 number, we have Steve Kilby and Peter Copps from the Church ready to talk to Michael, listening to Triple M in Melbourne. Go ahead, Michael.
What kind of night should we expect at the concert?
What kind of night?
Yes.
I think it's going to be cloudy with scattered rain. Well, we're going to do like some of our new stuff and some stuff off Starfish and like a couple of songs off all the old albums, I guess.
Well, I read a quote recently somewhere, Steve, where you said you'd probably be kind of rocking the show up a little bit this time.
Did I say that?
Yeah?
Yeah, I guess we'll rock up a bit. I think Barnes is going to come on and do a few numbers, and maybe Farnham as well.
All right, Michael, thanks for your call.
Yeah, thank you.
And on Rocksat now, Stephen listening to Triple M in Sydney.
Yeah, Peter and Steve. Over the last couple of years, we've seen several solo projects from Steve, Marty and Peter. Where do you see the band heading in the next, say, 5 years?
Well, it's a very hard thing to try and predict, isn't it? But on the feelings within the band and the general reactions from audiences and record companies alike, we're probably going to continue making more records and more solo albums. Particularly with the church, there's certainly no shortage of material because we were so productive. We were able to record half of what we wrote for the current album, and there's a whole stack of B-sides and things there waiting to come out which might not even have a chance of getting out. So we're very much excited with our creativity.
Right.
That's great news.
Good on you, Steve. Thank you. Deep Rockstat tonight previewing the brand new album for the church. We have more of that coming up in just a tick from Gold Afternoon Fix. But now for Steve and Pete, we're sort of going to do a little church reunion here on the line from Sweden. Marty Wilson-Piper. Hi, Marty.
Hello there.
The boys are ready and waiting. They want to know why you're not in the studio in Sydney with them.
I got another toothache, lads.
You cruel mongrels laughing at him. Haven't you just had your wisdom teeth pulled out or something?
Yeah, I just had one of my wisdom teeth pulled out and I got this really bad infection and oh god. It's a long story, a long painful story, but I always have problems with my teeth.
My heart bleeds.
Actually,
such sentiment.
I just had my tooth out 2 weeks ago too, but I didn't get an infection.
Is there a dental problem with the church?
It's a band, you know.
Marty,
philosophy to have a tooth out when we release an album.
So you've had 7 teeth out so far.
He had a gold filling, didn't he?
Marty, we actually have a question for you. On the line is Craig, listening to 4MB in Maryborough. Craig, go ahead.
G'day, Marty.
Hello there.
How are you?
Oh, nice and warm, thank you.
Nice and warm in Stockholm. I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't realise that I'd be speaking to you, but I'd like to ask this question anyway.
Yeah.
Why do you spend so much time in Stockholm?
Well, I live here.
You live there?
Good excuse.
How's that for a reason?
Is that all? Oh, fantastic.
All right, Craig, thanks for your call on Rockstat. We get in depth on this program, don't we? Phil, listening to 4RR in Townsville. You got a question?
Yeah, Stephen Peter, I'd like to know which Australian city you most enjoy playing to.
Alice Springs.
I know what it is.
Where?
It's that city between Melbourne and Adelaide. What's it called?
Warrnambool.
Warrnambool.
Warrnambool's our favourite place. Yeah. We did a gig there once, and our hotel rooms were upstairs, and the audience howled with hatred for us, and we were sitting upstairs in a hotel room, shivering in fear.
Oh, great! One of those nightmare shows.
Yeah.
Thanks for your call, Phil.
Okay.
Yeah, and we've got Karen now listening to SAFM in Adelaide. What's your question, Karen? Oh, hello, Karen.
Hi.
Yeah, what's your question?
Why did you choose Waddy Watchell to produce your album Starfish and Gold Afternoon Fix?
Is Marty still listening?
Yes, he should still
I
be
think
there.
that's he should answer that one.
It was the length of his hair.
Nice in-depth answer to that one. Thank you, Marty. I'm glad we're paying for this bloody telephone bill, so you can come on and give us such, in-depth answers. Now, why did you choose him?
I think what happened was, well, my version is when we started making Starfish, we had a lot of fights with him because he couldn't believe our attitude. We couldn't believe his attitude. It was like two cultures clash, and just like 2 weeks towards the end, it all kind of started to make sense that why we should be working with each other. And for my part, I thought that seeing we'd gone through all that and finally sorted it all out, we should sort of give the whole relationship a chance by doing another album with him.
You go along with that, fellas?
Oh, we've all got different reasons, being different people. Like, Waddy's a no bullshit sort of a person who can... He doesn't waste time. He knows what he needs to get, and we needed to get a good album, and I think we did.
All right, well, let's have a listen to a product of that relationship from the brand new church album, Gold Afternoon Fix. Thanks for joining us tonight.
That's okay. Nice to be here.
Chalking up our phone bill.
Whatever it is.
And for Australian fans, I guess they'll see you first up in action at the Enmore Theatre in Sydney on the 6th of April.
Yeah, I think I leave here like Tuesday next week or something. I'll be down there.
All right,
playing.
terrific. Thanks for giving us your painful time tonight, Marty.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let him whinge off into the
Appreciate
distance.
a little bit of sympathy from across the world.
Oh, you've got it from us. Trust us. We're very sincere in that.
Too bad.
We've got our Kentucky holiday. Thanks for joining us tonight in the program.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Good luck with the album, and we should point out the church will be on tour 6th and 7th at the Enmore Theatre in Sydney, the 9th at the Metro in Melbourne, and on the 10th at the Perth Concert Hall. So good luck with the shows, guys, and good luck with the album. Thanks for letting us preview bits and pieces of it tonight.
Thanks for having us on.
Thank you.
Steve Kilby and Peter Copps from The Church.
And after we hear the album's opening track, a song entitled Pharaoh, I'll be joined by Steve Kilby from The Church. You're on Triple J. From The Church. Steve, was it a lot of pressure to follow up an album that was as successful as Starfish?
No, not really.
Well, how did you approach it then?
Just the same way as I always